Kevin Stefanski talked about how ironic it is. Browns ended the season against the Chiefs. They start this season against the Chiefs. Question is there any carryover? Is there anything that the Browns learned from that playoff loss that they can use in Week 1?
It's definitely a new game, Zach. I mean, we have a lot of the same players. They have a lot of the same players. We have the same coaches. They have the same coaches. You don't pick up where you left off, so we are certainly anticipating they're going to show us things that we haven't seen throughout the preseason. I know they expect the same from us. So, but of course there will be similarity because a lot of the faces are the same.
Let's welcome in Kevin Arnold from the Voice of the Land podcast. And Kevin, the one thing I think the Browns have a little bit of an advantage, they have so many new guys on the defensive side of the ball that haven't really played. I don't think the Chiefs have a good idea of some of the things that the Browns could do defensively. Now, having said that, Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes, which kind of equalizes everything.
It does. Having Patrick Mahomes does equalize everything when you have arguably the best quarterback in the league right now for the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, you said that the Kansas City Chiefs don't know what the Browns could be bringing on defense. The Browns may not know what they can bring on defense yet either, because they are still working through chemistry, and it may take a couple weeks for this defense to really find its groove and find how all of these parts fit best under Joe Woods' system and what he wants to do and how he wants to utilize the skill sets on this defense. If it does take a couple weeks, that's okay, because we saw what happened last year after game 1. Browns still go 11-5, but you don't want it to take too long if it is going to be a process, because you do want to hit the ground running as best as you can if you want to establish yourself towards the top, if not at the top of the AFC.
The one thing I would say is the Browns defense has speed now that they didn't have in that playoff game to at least deal with, the Travis Kelce's and the Tyreek Hills and the Patrick Mahomes. So they're a little bit better equipped just physically from the physical skills needed to play that team. I don't think anybody could argue that.
And I don't think you could argue the fact that this defense should be able to get off the field on a 3rd down and 14 against Patrick Mahomes or a backup quarterback in that situation that the Browns found themselves in that playoff game. And I think also not only the speed, but I think the leadership is a lot more present. The vocal leadership is a lot more present on that defense. And I know the Browns kind of talked about it after that playoff loss, and some, media pundits and fans as well brought it up, that if they had that vocal leader or kind of someone that was established vocally on that defense a little bit more last year, after Myles Garrett gets that sack on 2nd down to force it into 3rd down and 14, getting everybody back in the huddle and knowing we got one more play to give our offense and Baker Mayfield one more chance, and we have all the confidence in the world that they can get it done. We just have to give them that chance. They didn't get it done. I think this defense, looking a whole lot faster, is going to sound a whole lot louder too, and that's a good thing for a leadership standpoint on this team and in this organization.